the past 12 months, we've been travelling Australia, living on beaches, exploring incredible places and doing it all with our dogs. Our first home on wheels carried us halfway around the country. It was small and a little rough around the edges, but gave us some of the best memories of our lives. Eventually, we started dreaming of something more, a setup that could take us further, keep us off-grid longer, and truly feel like home. So we sold our first van and built the one we always wanted. And today, we finally get to show you.
All right, welcome to our 2025 Deluxe Caravan. It is the Eclipse model, 20 foot, and I'm going to run you through the entire outside and Jess is going to take you through the inside today. So let's get started. All right, guys, so I'm going to start with the framing of this thing. Basically, Deluxe has brought out the XP Tech composite range. And if you don't know what composite is, it's a skin, an adhesive, a foam in a one big single panel. So this whole side of the van is one panel along with the other side and then across the top. Basically, the benefits of composite is why we sort of changed vans. So going from an 18 foot to a 20 foot van, we were going to come across a heavier van, obviously. With a bigger size comes that. The composite is a lot lighter than your timber and aluminium frames, so that was one of the big benefits, especially going up to a dual axle. We knew we were going to gain that weight. The insulation. So we've had some cold nights already in this van and it stays warm. And even the hot days, like today's hot, and it stays cool in there when we've got everything shut up. So that's another big benefit of us having this. And another thing is the strength of this van. These panels are so strong compared to others and rot proof, obviously. No timber in them means they can't rot. All right, so let's take you through the outside. It is a dual axle, like I said before. We opted for the dual axle after the Nullarbor. We blew our tyre. If you've seen our previous videos, you would have seen that. And it scarred us, to be honest. Like, we were in WA and we were scared of towing because of that feeling of that wheel bursting and the whole van dropping. So dual axle was a must for us. We've opted for mud terrains purely for looks. Like, we just like the look of them. There's no bigger advantage from all terrains and mud terrains when you're on a caravan because there is no power to the wheels. So it's purely a look thing and probably an ego thing because we like it. Underneath, we have the Alpha airbag suspension. It is the stage 3, meaning we have a air compressor on board and an air tank on board. It is a complete luxury pulling up to site, not having to worry if it's level or not. It's a game changer. Like, we've been on beaches, digging out under the tyres, trying to get it level. Now coming to our little box over here where it's all controlled from, dumping some pressure on either side or raising a side, all from this control panel right here, is complete game changer for us. We're still wrapping our head around this whole thing, so everything on this van is as new to us as it is you, but we love it so far. While I've got you down here, we have 3 fresh water tanks and a grey water tank down there, taking our total fresh water to 285 litres, which is
Holy moly.
Insane. So off grid now, we can stay for much longer, knowing we can shower, do our dishes and all those luxury things. All right, so I'm going to start and we're going to go down the side of the van. So we have the dual slide out toolbox with our gas bottles in the middle. It slides out. We've got the Weber on this side and I've got my tools on the other side. I'll show you when we get around there. But we opted for the Weber to go in the toolbox purely because of smell. So our last van, we had the Weber sitting in the hull right here. And over time, I noticed that it was just smelling with all our things in there. So I didn't like that. Space in there too. So if you've got things in the middle, I like to keep it empty or as empty as possible and be able to move things if you need to get to it. We've got the fishing rod holders from Anaconda. I will link them right here because they are a lifesaver when you're trying to take fishing rods around Australia. What else do we got? We have LED lights all along the side of the van. Our gas bayonet, so that just reaches to the Weber. Drop down table here, drop down table here. Some more lights, 10 amp outlet, USB 12 volt outlet, and surround sound speakers so we can push them in or out, whatever we're feeling at the time. On On the back, we've got 2 jerry can holders, an outdoor shower, which we have actually never tried yet. I'm interested to try that, that'll be fun. A spare tyre, the exact same as what we're running on the van. We got the rear camera, which I also haven't set up yet, and a rear external light, which is lovely for when you're trying to work around the van at night time. We have the Fogarty, I think it's Fogarty or Foggy, whatever you know, Bugatti instant hot water. Unreal. So we'll go in the van. Most people have to flick their hot water on and wait 10-15 minutes. I know we used to in the old van. You don't even have to do that. It just stays on. You go in, flick your hot water on your tap. It's hot water in 10-15 seconds. It's awesome. Our grey water, and down here we've got our 3-point fill up. So this is another thing that I love, is being able to select which tank we want to fill up. So if we're at a place that's, say, got bore water or something and we have to use it, like there's no water for ages, we can fill up one tank purely of that bore water and use that for showers and dishes or something that we're just not going to drink, and save the other 2 for drinking water, if you know what I mean. So that's been awesome, being able to individually fill these up. That's our mains water connection as well. So if we're at a caravan park, we just plug straight into that. Taking you further around the van, that's the access panel to the top of the fridge. If you've got to do any work in there, that's our Starlink point. I think we actually have never used that. Our 15 amp inlet, also if you're at a caravan park. Down here, we've got all the 12 volt goods. So we've got the inverter, solar controllers, all our fuse panels. It's actually got 180 amp, if anyone knows electrical terms, AC charger in it. So we have 680 amps of lithium in here. That means in about 3.5 hours, we'll be back to 100% charge if we plug in at a caravan park from 0%. That's a cool thing. I like that, nerdy. In here, we've got the lithium batteries, like I said, 2 340 amp lithium batteries, all secured and fit snug. And we've partnered 680 amps of lithium with 1200 watts of solar on the roof and a 440 watt blanket. So 1640 watts of solar and 680 amps of lithium. We are loving it. Jess is running the aircon most nights, and I'm there waking up at 2 o'clock saying, why is this aircon still on? And I look at the charge and it's at like 70%. Around here we've got another hull. This is the doggy hull, or Harley and Clooney hull. Dog food, Arctic semi gear, only the best. Toys, life jackets, all the goodies. And coming around further, the other side of the hull, you don't need to see in that. And my toolbox, which was left open. So it just slides out. Jess made me declutter my tools now that we're back near home. So this is all I'm leaving with this time. What's around further? So I said the gas bottles were put in the box. They're in here, all the way out of the elements, not external. I'd rather it. We had the option, our last van was external, and just having it in the toolbox, away, neat, I like it. Oh, diesel heater. Almost forgot. So we used this once, and that was coming out of Melbourne. It was 0 degrees, and we were like, oh, we're going to use this every single night. It is unreal, but we haven't had a cold night since. So I'm actually looking forward to a cold night just to pump the diesel heater. While I've got you around here, number 1 or 2 of my favorite things on this van, if you saw my last video, the Blackjack trailer jack is mint. So pull up to site, 12 volt, flick it on, raise it up or down. Absolutely beautiful. All the normal goodies on the front of your van. The Dio, shackle, 12 pin plug, Anderson for DC to DC, chains, all those goods. I've thrown the Stone Stomper on. Thrown it actually from the last car and last van to here. It didn't quite reach the point I wanted it to reach, so I've just attached it to the bottom of the toolbox here, and it will do the same trick. What else have I got around here? Oh, number 1 thing. So it's the Blackjack, or this is the electric awning. When we were in South Australia for 3 months, we had windy nights almost every single night, and just being able to hit a button like that, walk out of your van, and the thing shuts itself is a game changer for us, because there were nights when we were out here in our undies, pulling this thing in windy weather, and it was shocking. So every night now, button, done. That's pretty much the external of the van. I don't think there's a lot else I need to go over, and if there is, I'm sure I'll go over it in another video. But we'll take you inside now, and Jess can run you through all her interior designs, which she is absolutely killed it at. So let's go.
Let me show you our humble abode. Oh my God, seriously guys, if anyone has been following from the start, you will all know how much this means to me, having a lighter van and no blue in sight. Seriously, it is honestly the nicest thing ever. All right, let's start with the front of the van. Now, as you can see, we do have a queen size mattress shoved all the way to the side. This was because, again, in our last van, when we walked into the caravan, you pretty much stepped straight into the bedroom, and our bed was so close to the door that the boys would jump on, being sandy as, and this just gives us a little more space to be able to walk through and feel a bit more comfortable. Now, a couple of cool little features on this end anyways. I will explain because Sam did just talk about the diesel heater. We control all of that from this little panel inside, turning on, off, temperatures, all of that good stuff, which actually runs from a little vent that comes out underneath here. And the boys actually lay underneath. So when it is cold and we do need that again, it will be really good because they will get the brunt of that anyway. Let's start from this side here. We have a 32-inch TV, which is so amazing, on a little swivel point. So when we are sitting on our table behind you or our bed, we can adjust that how we like. Again, coming over, we have all overhead storage here, which you keep all of our spare clothes, all of those random things up in there. I won't show you Sam's cupboard because we opened it before and it is so messy. Actually, a really cool feature I want to show you guys before I jump into anything else. On our little L-shaped, or Sam's L-shaped bench here, we actually have a secret nook. It is so cool. This has been really helpful, again, just to, you know, when you want to get things off of this bench or even just kept secretly, Sam can have all his little gadgets in there, chargers, all of that good stuff. He also actually he's got all the access points over here. Another little secret hiding nook in there. Again, keeping books, laptops, anything random that you want to just get off the benches. Everything you can also see is from Kmart here, everyone. So if you need or want anything, that is where we've got it from. Now, in our bedhead area, we have 2 reading lights either side. We also have 2 Sirocco fans either side. They have been a game changer as well. Our previous, we only had a single fan in the center, and it just wasn't enough for the 2 of us in here, especially with the dogs. So this has been helping a lot. Now, a new feature as well is actually our dust reduction system. Again, we haven't done any dirt roads yet, so we haven't had any need to test that out, but when that does come around, I am very excited to get that on because our last van also didn't have that. You'll see we've also removed our skylight here. We had one in the center and at the front, but we removed both of them for the solar. We just didn't find it necessary, and that's why we popped the front window in as well. While I've also got you at the front of the van here, we do have our little projector touchscreen. This has been really cool, especially from our last van. Again, in comparison, I can see everything on here. I don't need Sam to explain anything to me. I can read everything really well and control everything as well, especially with our water tanks, our power, and just general hot water, lights, and all of that kind of stuff. So it has really helped. It also gives you a little alarm so you know what's running out or what needs charging, filling up, all that good stuff. Plus our Bluetooth that we connect our TV to and music. Coming through to our lounge room. Again, in this van, we kept everything straight line. We wanted as much room as possible in this caravan. On this little seat, we can fit about 3 people. Well, that's as many as we've actually had in here. Again, overhead storage, this is pretty much our pantry. We don't have too much in here as of yet. We are still trying to figure out where we want everything to go. But up here, this is also where Sam reads all of his little specky stuff. Can I call it that?
This is the specky cupboard.
This is the specky cupboard. I don't come in here very
just
much.
Just fuses the temperature of the hot water and breaker for the mains. It looks like that's a Starlink point as well. There you go.
Look at that. We're finding things out as we go. I also love these little pockets that are on the wall. Right now, again, we don't have much use for it yet, but books, laptops, anything. But currently it is holding our hats and sunnies. All right. moving to our kitchen, we have our lovely coffee machine. If anyone knows how to use these, can you please let us know? Because we have been struggling moving from a pod machine.
I just want to froth some milk.
We have really, really struggled. So if anyone has actually used this machine, please help us because we are struggling. Overhead here, I've got basically extras to my pantry, just all of our everyday stuff, which, again, it's nothing special. Boys' treats, salt, pepper, all your goodies. I also have our microwave, which is up top, same as our last one. My beautiful silver sink. It is so nice getting rid of all of the black, the blue, and the grey that was in our previous caravan. As you can also see, I have like unlimited bench space right now. We got rid of all of our gas appliances, our oven, because they just weren't things that we were using. Like Sam said outside, 90% of our cooking is on that Weber, so I just didn't have any need for it to be inside. And the Weber isn't drilled down, so we can move it under the awning if it is raining and all that kind of stuff. Also, my just endless amounts of cupboards, really. We haven't been able to fill everything just yet, but we have all of your good stuff that comes in all of your most standard kitchens, your little spice rack that has no spices in it, and typical storage all under here. We actually have, really cool feature that we didn't have in the last one, we have filtered water. This is like seriously the biggest game changer, especially we live out of water bottles, and it is so nice to not have to buy them because we have our own filtered water. That also is just all attached underneath the sink here. Again, moving over to the other side of our caravan, we have our beautiful big fridge. We have so much storage in here. I'm really looking forward to testing out our off-grid abilities and how long we can actually go without being plugged in near shops and filling up water. This fridge is actually vented to the inside to help reduce a bit of that dust intake, everything that happens outside of the van. Again, more storage everywhere. If you look up, we have a Dometic aircon. It is really cool. This actually, we found out, has a little QR code here that we can control the lights, the power, and everything literally from our phone. So that is also really cool. And we also haven't taken the plastic off that yet. Moving into, oh my God, guys, this is my favorite part. Welcome to our bathroom. Now, this was quite literally the main feature in our jump over from our previous caravan to our current caravan. Let me take you a few of the specs. We have changed our toilet. We no longer carry a cassette-based toilet. This is now a compost toilet. And I'll tell you, even in the month that we've been living in this caravan now, that has been the biggest game changer. Less smell, longer usage. It has just been, and it's honestly smaller. It's really tight. Has a 12-volt fan, I'm pretty sure, that actually ventilates that smell outside of the caravan. What we found last time is if you got everything closed up and you're out for the morning, it's really hot. The caravan, you do come back and it does smell in the cassette toilets. So this has been a really big upgrade for us. Heaps of storage. As you can see, I've got all overhead the entire way around. Can you see me in the mirror? I don't know where I should stand. And our L-shaped bench. This is so cool. Now, we have our, I'm pretty sure it's a 3.5 kilo top loader washing machine. Haven't used it yet, so I can't give you too much review on that yet, but I'm sure it's just as good as our last. And our cool little secret nook here. This is, as you can see, our dirty washing. It is so awesome to be able to have that. Last time we literally had a basket that had to be moved from the shower to the kitchen to everywhere because we just had no space for it. So it has been really nice to have that. Beautiful round white sink, silver tapware, and a massive mirror. It is so nice. It's literally like a 5-star hotel in here. We have, again, more storage underneath here, just with all of our little goodies and drawers that are big enough to just, again, messy. Don't look in there, guys. This is our shower. It is, again, I keep talking about it. We've got so much space. Have a look. Plenty of room for activities. And I really like that it's kind of on the side here. It's really kept out of the way. I feel like we can really utilize the amount of space that's actually kept in our bathroom. We also have our linen cupboard here. I know I keep repeating myself, but I mean it. There are just endless pockets for all of your belongings. I really do love and appreciate having so much space. I did actually want to quickly touch for all of our dog travelers. I would really highly suggest this bowl. This is the Flowy. It's actually a filtered water system for your dogs.
Flozy.
But the fact, oh, is it floaty?
It's Flozy.
Oh, this is Z. Sorry guys. It's Flozy. I will also attach that in our description. Anyone with a big mouth dog, I suggest. I think that wraps up everything in this caravan. Well, at least I hope so. I think this is just so cool to us. Like, it's
Doesn't
quite
feel real.
literally a dream come true. We have completely designed this caravan from the ground up.
Scratch.
Like, it is really cool to be a part of the process. Deluxe have quite literally nailed every request that we had on the head, and it is just really cool to see our dream come true. We are so excited to take this caravan off-road and really, like, test out the capabilities, I feel.
And I guarantee there's things in this walkthrough that we have forgotten.
Yeah.
So if you
Most definitely.
notice anything, you have any questions, if you want to know more about Deluxe or anything like that, reach out, message us, or comment. We reply to everyone.
Yeah.
We read everything.
Yeah.
But for now, I think we're going to sign out and stay tuned because next week
It's back to full-time travel.
we're on the road. So
See you guys.
See you guys.